Oh no. See what's happened.
Yeah.
Winner!
We are the Power Platform duo who specialise in Microsoft Power Platform. In this series, we explore retro games in Canvas apps.
Okay, his brain work it out.
Why did you create Tic-Tac-Toe?
I created Tic-Tac-Toe because it was a fun game that I used to play with in my childhood, mainly with my sisters. But you know, it's just pen and paper, quickly draw a grid and just smash out a few games. So that's the main reason. And it's quite a simple game to get started with, and I think, you know, learning the Power Platform. This was one of the original apps I created. I wanted to use to learn. So basic grid game I thought was the easiest option. I am the king.
Oh, you know.
No!
What was your biggest challenge going into this?
Getting the formulas, actually remembering all the different possible ways to win Tic-Tac-Toe, and making sure that I covered every single scenario. Just building that logic in, because when I was testing there was times where it said neither player won, and I was like, oh, hang on, someone's won here. So I think, yeah, just getting all the formulas in there. Alright, we'll go on to one then, because I can't not win.
What was your approach when you dealt with that? Because that's a bit more of a complicated sort of scenario that you then have to calculate out.
Yeah, so I did have a brief look online around some of the formulas, but obviously there weren't any in Power Platform. So I used dynamic imaging for particular noughts and the crosses. So what I did is I actually set a Boolean value either to equal 1 or 0, so either true or false, and then I was able to then calculate if there was sort of 3 noughts in a row or diagonally, then it's true. So I broke it into sort of true, false, and then checked the formulas that way. And then yeah, I just looked up the possible numbers of ways to win Tic-Tac-Toe, and then made sure I had that number in my formulas. So yeah, it was good, but it was definitely a learning curve. And sometimes I think just writing it out in sort of plain English before you even put some code into it helps. You better think hard about this, because this one's my win.
What would you do again, or what would you change if you were to do it again?
Ooh. I think at the moment, obviously, it's a 2-player game, but you play via one machine. So I'd actually make it 2-player. So at the moment, it doesn't store any of the data. I would just create a little SharePoint list or even a Dataverse table, so with IDs, so we could actually both play on our separate laptops, but then see the game live. So obviously then it gets a bit more complex.
Doesn't matter where I press, does it?
Yeah!
Please like, subscribe and click on the bell icon. Let us know in the comments below what you'd like to see in the future.